Hello everyone, my name is Manish from MK Gaming, and today we're going to be reacting to the NHL 22 gameplay trailer. And without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Welcome to NHL 22, the first NHL game built on the Frostbite engine and powered by next-generation consoles PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. With the introduction of Superstar X Factors, the Frostbite engine, augmented reality UI, enhanced stick physics, and much more, the NHL franchise is delivering not only the best gameplay, but the best-looking game to date. This is Breakthrough Hockey.
For the first time ever, the Frostbite engine comes to the NHL franchise, bringing massive aesthetic upgrades to both current and next-generation consoles. With breakthrough visual detail in every hit, deep, and shot, improvements can be found on a macro and micro level, including atmospherics such as flares and snow. We've upgraded facial animations and likeness, even so far as to enhance the detail in eye movement and facial expressions that react to the changing environment and events around them. On top of that, detailed enhancements on both player models and game environments have been ramped up, giving both unique character and authenticity. This also includes micro details on uniforms, higher resolution ice, and 3D ice spray that interacts with the environment and can even spray on the camera during replays. Lastly, the physically based dynamic lighting system powered by the Frostbite engine unifies all elements within the game. Now, materials like cloth, visors, and helmets react realistically to light. Metal shines like metal. Glass reflects the game in real time, and ice glitters depending on the amount of stress caused by the action on the ice. With all these upgrades, NHL 22 makes every rink look and feel like the real deal, including a certain arena that will be hosting its first ever NHL contest this upcoming season.
Superstar X Factors is a game-changing gameplay advancement, inspired by the unique characteristics of the NHL's best talent that allows you to unleash signature player abilities and elevate the stars of the sport like never before. It's always been a goal of ours to differentiate star players from the rest of the league, and with the arrival of X Factors, you'll feel the special traits of each superstar through specialized gameplay mechanics and visual differentiation.
I like that.
We divided X Factors into 6 categories: shooting, skating, passing, hockey IQ, defense, and goaltending.
I like that.
The game features 29 different Superstar X Factor abilities assigned to players in 2 tiers.
Wow.
Premier Zone abilities and secondary Superstar abilities. So whether it's Matthews' patented toe drag wrister, Seth Jones' uncanny ability to intercept pucks, or Vasilevsky's acrobatic robberies, you'll be able to recreate the league's most iconic abilities and use them to gain an edge over your opponent.
Makes a move in front. He scores!
Superstar X Factors span all positions and game modes, bringing a new layer of class-based strategy, differentiation, and authenticity. Speaking of authenticity, we are now doing more with the stick physics to realistically simulate stick-on-stick and stick-on-body collisions. The end results are more accurately represented puck battles on both offense and defense.
What a tip.
For instance, attacking players are now able to protect against a defender's stick and drive to the net with force. More outcomes are dictated by proper body positioning, which decides whether stick interactions get driven through or lead to penalty calls.
Our new augmented reality broadcast system animates on top of the action in real time throughout the game, including when one of your special abilities are performed to give you an understanding of its impact. When an exceptional highlight reel moment occurs, 3D graphics will appear over your player, letting you peacock against your opponent that much more. Also, the system injects information instantaneously to the game, helping you manage your strategy in real time without having to exit the game. These augmented, hyper-real moments elevate the broadcast quality, giving a modern, sleek look to gameplay, all while improving game flow speed. Up to as much as 50%.
Probably my favorite part, because I love seeing up-to-date stats during the game.
Innovation, we set out to give NHL 22 a new look and feel for the new generation.
That's been a problem
Frostbite engine,
previous games.
Superstar X Factors, and augmented reality graphics are set to deliver the greatest leap forward that the franchise has ever seen. This is Breakthrough Hockey. This is NHL 22.
All right. That wasn't bad at all. That was a good sample size of what we're going to be getting. As you saw towards the end, obviously what I'm most excited for, considering I know the gameplay is going to be similar to previous iterations of NHL, EA NHL games, is the augmented UI, which gives a fresh take on stats during the regular seasons. I'm really hoping they expand on records. So if there's, like, for example, Ovi, right? He's getting close to his Gretzky's record, maybe through my third, fourth year into franchise mode, which I don't think I'm gonna choose Ovi, but if he gets close, right, on his own, I would love to, see the countdown within the UI itself during the games. I think that would be extremely satisfying to see in real time. Where he is in terms of that particular stat. I really hope they have added records to the game. More records. It could be something as small as, how many fights someone's had in their career, how many penalty minutes have they amassed in a season or in their career, and who has the most penalty minutes. It could be something as small as that, to all the way to goals, assists, points, point totals, and defensive stats as well, like block shots. I would love to see block shot stats in the UI. I think that would be great. But let's go back to the beginning real quick. Well, Frostbite, we can't really talk about Frostbite too much, but obviously PD looks great. PD looks great. I'm a Canucks fan, so I think if you look at my channel, you'll kind of see a lot of highlights from me playing NHL 21 and previous iterations of them. So there's that. The Bruins. But honestly, like, I know they talked about dynamic lighting, and I've not really looked into this too much, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Frostbite will take advantage of next-gen tuning to the extent of ray tracing. I could be mistaken. I could have read that wrong. Because there are definitely differences. If we look at the ice here, it's not the most clear shot. But what I do love about this part here, where you have, like, if we play it back again, you can see the real-time, reflections. Real-time light. It's just amazing. Frostbite just brings a whole different level to the game of hockey. I think the Frostbite engine was made for the NHL franchise. I know some people think that's a stretch, but I personally think it is going to do a lot of good year to year. So it will come down to someone, making sure that it's refined at EA. But you know what? It's going to be tough to say definitively, obviously. With that being said, let's keep going. Great shot. Great shot. Love it. Love how they are showing off the arenas. Obviously, I don't know if there's... well, it's doing gameplay, so no one's going to be walking. I'm really hoping there is, like, fans going up and down the stairs during stoppage of play. I think that would be really nice to see. Obviously, the Seattle team here, can't wait to go to Seattle, take a drive and watch a game there. Tickets are too damn expensive right now. You can't really go watch those games unless you give an arm and a leg. Superstar X Factor now. They said 29 different scenarios or things you can attach to a particular player, or I could be wrong there. But obviously your big stars will have them, and I wonder if this is going to be, you'll be able to choose one of these every single game, or if this is going to be exclusive to certain modes. I would love for this to be in offline modes as well. I think that would make a lot of sense for someone who's, mostly playing, franchise mode. I think it would be smart for this feature to be in there. Especially if you're only going to be using one team and you're not going to be doing it under, like, Ultimate Team, for example, where you're going to have a variety of players and variety of superstars. So I think that would be nice to have it implemented into franchise mode. This is more of the same here. The stick physics is really nice. I've been kind of looking at it, and looking at like, you know, how much of a difference that could make. And I wonder if there's going to be a combination of this particular you know, this particular feature, well, the stick physics, how it's been refined in a combination of Superstar X factors. For example, like hand-eye coordination, right? Like, would you be able to bump up your hand-eye with your X factor, and then, you know, combine that with the refined stick physics? I think that will most probably be the case. I think it's important to have, you know, decent stick physics. The puck is not bad. I try to do as much in manual, in terms of shooting and everything. It just makes the game feel a little bit more realistic. And of course, if you're scoring a bunch of goals, I think if the sliders come into play quite a bit. So if the sliders have been, also I've used the word refined so many times. If the sliders have been refined, I think that would be that would be nice. A dynamic difficulty, I think that would be nice. So say you start with pro level professional difficulty, and then you want to go up a little higher. It would dynamically kind of go in between the two. The higher difficulty would be, I think there's All-Star, and then there's Pro, All-Star, Legendary, or Veteran. I could be mistaken. Nasher came up here. Let's go back. But yeah, that's pretty much my reactions to the trailer. I think it was a pretty decent size for what we're, how close we are. I'm sure there will be gameplay released, and we'll see how everything goes. Obviously you can see that that wonderful Nash NHL 20 actual gameplay. I'm gonna go watch his reaction too. It's around 16 minutes long. I think he does some great coverage too. Other than that, hey, let's cut it off there. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell beside subscribe button, and also on my Facebook page. Go to my Facebook, check the links in the description. Make sure to follow and like my page there. And other than that, I think we're pretty much set to go. So thank you very much. Let me look down here. Are we good here? Yes, we are. Thank you very much.